Welcome to another Maz Play video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with Ixion. Now in the last episode, we were starting to send our science ships out to get some extra loot, so we will continue from that point of the game. We also had some issues with our power, so we had to shut down some of the buildings in our station until we can.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Until we can unlock the airlock to start putting solar panels on the outside of the station. We did have a mission pop up in Mars. So once the science team is back from the moon mission, we're gonna send them out to Mars to see what resources they can get from that. But right now, our main concern is doing whatever we need to get additional power solar panels on the outside of our station. In the meantime, we'll keep sending our ships on missions to try to collect as much resources and loot as we can because we're running low on food.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so this is a perfect overview of the different sectors that we unlock in the station. As you can see, we've only unlocked one sector. There are plenty of empty sectors that we would then be working with our colonists to kind of spread around to the different sectors once we get it unlocked. But right now we're at the beginning stages, and our main, even the side, the left and right walls are pretty much the borders to the sector. So although this room looks small, once we unlocked all the sectors, we should be able to have a pretty decent sized colony, kind of like Frostpunk. So we're going to continue to push through, try to get our power situation under control. And right now we're really relying on those science ships and those cargo and passenger ships to bring us resources in.
Administrator.
And like I said in the previous Ixion series, if you are new to this video series, I'll say it again. There are a lot of audio anomalies in this game, as you can hear now. The skipping, everything. So you will notice that even more so when I'm trying to move the map around or trying to do different things, while all these different NPCs pop on screen to tell you about themselves or a new mission. So you've been warned, and don't be surprised if you hear a lot of audio lag and a lot of stuttering.
And enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Okay, so this is the screen where you unlock all the different parts and pieces of the space station. As you hover over them, it will tell you what you get with those unlocks. EVA airlock is what we need to unlock to start working on increasing power to the station. So always be doing your research, as with most of these city builder management games that has research as part of the main story. Because if you don't do your research, you won't be able to unlock the important parts of the station that you need to move forward.
Power supply overloaded.
Okay, so we really have to get this research station back online so that we can unlock the EVA airlock. So we'll just for now shut down some of our stockpiles because we're not pulling from them right now anyway, and this will at least give us enough power for the research station. Okay, so here I'll go a little bit slower so that you can see all the different levels of the different unlocks for the station. Some of the unlocks I've already cleared, you can see by the check marks, but many of them have multiple levels and require research points. So I'll go over some of them, and you can kind of see off to the right all the different things you can unlock. Look at all the different levels for solar panel. Okay, so I think I'm gonna deconstruct one of my airlocks to make room for the EVA airlock, or I should say one of the shipports. But it looks like the EVA airlock can only be placed on the outer part of the sector, which makes sense because, you know, that's where you're gonna be doing your spacewalks, and then doesn't look like it goes in the inner part. So, and I guess the same applies for the spaceship docks. They have to be on the inner part of the ring instead of the outer part so that stations can dock. So we're gonna find the spot for the EVA airlock, and now that we have that, that should allow us to upgrade our power finally. We'll make sure we get a road to it for our workers. And as far as the spaceship dock, if we don't need to deconstruct it, maybe we'll hold off on deconstructing, but for now I want to at least line it up.
A science ship team.
Yeah, so we're gonna go against deconstructing it because the EVA airlock didn't go there anyway.
Power supply overloaded.
By installing that EVA airlock, that made our power situation even worse. So we're gonna have to turn off something to at least get a working level of power until we can add some solar panels on the outside of the station.
Power supply overloaded. Power restored. A science ship has arrived at its destination. Power supply overloaded. Power restored.
Okay, so now that we have the materials we need to construct some solar panels, at least one, we're going to go ahead and do that so that we can get some semblance of power back and be able to operate without shutting down so many different systems. And we'll continue to send our science and cargo ships out for runs so that we can get some well-needed resources. Okay, adding these solar panels should resolve our power issue a bit. So we'll see at the top bar, right now we are up to maximum 100 power. We're using 96 out of 100, so at least with everything turned on, we have enough power to operate. Nothing's turned off, everything's operating. I think the only thing I turned off may be the food kitchen because we don't have the food supplies. So here, trying to add another piece onto the station, but I just do not have room for it. So perhaps in a different sector, unless I rearrange some roads and delete some things. The EVA.
Warning. A sector is being overworked. Power supply overloaded. Power restored.
Okay, after a long, slow flight, looks like our science station made it to Mars, and now we have some decisions to make. Okay, at this point, I think we made some pretty good progress in the game. We got those solar panels finally up and running so that we're not dealing with blackouts and brownouts. So I think this is a good point where we can put a bookmark in the video and come back and play another time. So as always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.